Right, this build I wanted to do it a little bit different. Instead of showing the whole build progress, since this car is modular built, figured I build all the modules and go one by one. I'll go really quick with it. Here you can see the steering wheel, very neat design. The whole steering column turns, and you can do the shifts. You can see the shifts, they turn like the real car should be. So that's a very nice detail. You could also see that it has a shifting lever, so not lever, but like a dial, so you can see where you're shifting. So that's pretty neat. Other feature this car comes with is obviously a lot of these alternate sets have the lifting suspension. This set has the lifting suspension for the front only, not the rear, but it does have the leaning steering. So every time you turn, you can see the angle of the suspension shifting. That's pretty neat. Yeah, you can also see that the steering also is connected here. This is going to go to the rear wheels because the rear wheels would also lean at the same time as these ones are leaning. So that's pretty neat. You can look at the details, look at the brakes, a lot of details. Look at the brake dot, the AC dots, they're very nice. The gauge cluster, I did use custom stickers. This is not a license set. I have custom stickers, so I just want to keep that in mind. But everything else, it looks in very, very, very nice. And this is one of the most complex technical part, not necessarily the most complex, but most technical, because it does have a lot of different functions. Besides the lifting of the steering, you could also use this here as a handle gap. So far, everything's looking nice detail, compact. Very, very hard to get everything to line up according to the instructions, but didn't encounter any headache or any problem. More of the custom stickers right here. So far everything's looking really good. After you finish this set, after you finish this module, then the second module we built is the interior cabin. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to get this car, just the realism. You can see no blue pins, no weird color combination, just straight scale. It does make the building a little bit complicated, but it does look very nice. You can hear the shifter doesn't work because we have the paddle shifter, but here's some more AC dots. And you can see right here, this connects the transmission. Transmission gets connected here from the front module I just showed you, and then this in turn switches. I think this car looks really nice, really, really, really scale. It has some bends in here. You use some of those bending shafts, I'll say. They come straight, but you bend them into shape and it works. It creates a nice little curve right here. So far everything is so good. The only thing I do want to mention, I don't really think it's a little negative, is a lot of the parts have scratches, and that kind of does show when it's all black like this, but we'll see once it comes all together. But this is one of the most best looking part. This build was very straightforward, nothing hard or weird to go about it, but I really enjoy doing this part of the build. After we finish this part, then we build the transmission. Transmission, I believe, is 8 gears. Not anything complicated, not anything out of the ordinary. I do want to mention something, that is that originally this set you had to do some corrections, but the set I got at this time had the corrections made, and the parts used are different than the original sets that came with. So if you look at the designer video, it does ask you for, it does tell you gotta do some corrections, but in my set, I was prepared to have to do some modifications, but the instructions on the parts already came corrected, so I think everything is fine. The instructions could have been a little bit better, because it doesn't show you the angle of how you have to line up one gear with other gear and everything. So they only show it to you once. The rest of it, you just kind of have to finish building it and kind of hope everything stays together in the same position. That's the only kind of negative part so far about the build. It's just those little details. Here's the engine. Keep in mind, again, I do have custom stickers. This is not a license set, but you can see it looks very nice. It has the piston, the 12-cylinder pistons. I don't know if you can barely see because they're very covered, but obviously they spin. They do have a lot of exhaust here details, and as well as the hybrid cables powertrain. You could also see it has some chunks here, and I guess this will be for the rest of the body and the opening hood or trunk. I don't know how you call it when the car is rear engine. This one kind of stepped up. I flipped it the wrong way, but it works really well. And the transmission will go right in here as I'm putting everything together. Here is what I mentioned, that the rear steering also has the leaning. Here's the mechanism for the suspension. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it will lean as you steer, which is pretty cool. We'll see how it comes all together. After you finish with those modules, or with those, yes, modules, then the rest one is the rear bumper. It does have active aero. One of the best things I like about this, as you can see, it is connected, the spoiler, with the diffuser, so that's pretty neat. Building this was very flimsy. It kept breaking apart and I had to put it together, and it almost didn't just fell together until I was done. A lot of system pieces, but the details are great. Custom stickers, again with my Ferrari sticker, but you can see the details of the exhaust, the tail lights, and everything so far is coming out really, really nice. And here it has some part of the function for the rear leaning suspension. For the front engine compartment will go right here, and this would actually act like a bridge of gears to actually make this rear part actually work. So that's pretty neat. You also built at the same time these side pods. They do have some grills, but you can start seeing the crazy details to get angles in this car. So many pieces in just this little part. This car comes with 4,700 plus pieces, because you can see the complexity just to build a little portion. After that portion is complete, we'll go to my favorite portion, which is the front bumper. I love this portion. I know that LEGO just released 1/8 scale and they put stickers on the headlights, and that was very cringy, but you can see here how it was done. I think this is beautiful, well made. I really do love the headlight design in these cars, and the spinning fans are also plus. I do know that the original design for this car from the designer, his name is Thijs de Boer. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, probably butchered it. But in the design, these were powered by moving the car back and forth. In this set, they just free spin, but it was pretty nice. It looks really nice. You can see the details right here, and also the body from the diffusers, radiators, or basically inlets. They all look really, really nice. Crazy angles, crazy build. You can just see behind here so many different parts. This car has so many different parts because it looks simple, but inside it is a work of art. Very complicated. Don't buy this car unless you really know how to build these sets. Again, my custom stickers, and you also build at the same time the hood or front. I don't know what would be the correct terminology, but you could see all the vents and everything, and it will fit and it will look together, and I believe it will look extremely, extremely nice. Once you're done with this, now you come here to the biggest challenge of the build. This will make a lot of people cry and quit. And I've seen a lot of videos where when everything is put together, it just breaks apart, because this part is very complex. Just look at the rear. Very easy to make mistakes. And I don't even know if I got it right. We'll see once I put everything together. The instructions on these sets are not LEGO level. They're not very clear. So you really have to be an expert and know what you're doing. You have to basically use your gut for a lot of the things. So again, beautiful set. I'm praising this set. I'm loving this set. Will not recommend it to everybody. This set is only for top level. Don't get anybody this set as their first Technic set, because they will not finish it. But once it's done, it looks very, very nice. A lot of the complaints that they were saying is that these things fell apart very easy. But I mean, what you can see right now, mine are very holding really well. Clutch power is really good on this part. Maybe they fixed it and they changed the design. It does have a little problem here. This part right here, if you touch it very easily, it just comes out, and I think it's just not very well done. I'm gonna go ahead and modify that with some LEGO pieces down the line once I finish, but so far everything's looking really nice. You can see here, one of the portion is here. This is what connects to the shocks I show you in the engine, so you can lift this and close this. So we'll see how that comes together once everything is built, which I'm gonna do right now after I finish this section. It's the time to bring everything together. And finally, it is the doors. The doors are beautiful. After doing all that complicated set, this was like a nice dessert, because it really came together very easily. It has some carbon shafts right here, which they're very nice looking and actually feel metally. but the details are amazing. Again, custom stickers, because this set comes with it comes with stickers, with Ferrari style sticker, just not real Ferrari stickers, which is what I wanted to go for. So here you go. It's very nice build. So these are butterfly doors, I believe. So they'll open at an angle. I'll be very looking forward, guessing this is going to be part of the mechanism. But so far, it is looking really nice. So both of the doors, obviously you build, they're exactly the same. You just build them mirror version of each other. So now let's go ahead and put everything together. Let's see how that goes. Let's see what kind of obstacles I hit while I'm putting everything together. But if everything turns out fine, I shall see you at the end. Lastly, here are the tires and wheels that it came with. These are small, too small for the set. And they're very not the right tire. So I got some custom tires. I'm gonna build them with these tires just to show you all. I have custom tires and wheels that are a little bit bigger. They're gonna be more like towards the 1/8 Lego Ferrari set, that kind of size. But this size, if you actually look at one of my favorite CaDA sets that I have right here, this is a 1/10 scale, and the tire and the wheels are the same one. Literally the same one, just different color. And surprisingly enough, in this set, these tires look closer to the real car, so I might actually change them to this once I change the custom tires I have for this. So I think that's the only thing I see kind of out of place, but really looking forward to seeing it with how it looks the original way, and then modifying it with the best tires. I'll show you both ways. Right, let's put it together. All right, here it is. Finally, I finished building this set. This set, it is a work of art. It looks beautiful. I really like the way it looks, but it really tested my nerves. I had to learn how to meditate and control all my anger because I wanted to this car out of the wall a couple of different times. As you see in the video, as I was putting everything together, the final modules, everything kept falling apart. So it came to a point where I just had to stop recording and just get in it and spend about 3 extra hours on trying to build everything together. Because as I put one part, the other one fell apart, and it just, you know how that could be very aggravating and really removed me from all the fun I was having. Because each module building it on its own was a beautiful experience. But once I had to come together and put everything together, that's where everything fell apart. So CaDA has very strong pins. The tolerance are harder than Lego. So there's no problem when you're just trying to like stick pins into pieces. But when you're trying to take huge modules and put them together, then obviously you gotta put strain. When you put a strain, that means if you gotta put the front, you gotta hold the back. So I put strain. My arm here broke the back. So different scenarios like that kept happening. Parts right here fell all the time. Everything was falling as I was building and putting it together. And I do align my pins. If you look at my build and you really pay close attention, all my pins I align every single way, just because I want them to click easy, and they still didn't. So keep that in mind. Build experience, not the best. The final product looks amazing, looks great, but it is very brittle. Depending how you touch it, things might fall. I would not recommend this set to somebody that's medium to beginner. I would only recommend this set if you're a full professional and can build sets like this, like multiple sets like this, and understand that it's not going to be the same experience, and you're okay with building a mock, because this is not a real set. Obviously, it comes from CaDA. It is a set, but this was designed as a mock. The designer, Thijs de Boer, I don't know how to pronounce it, so sorry if I pronounced it wrong, designed this with Lego to be a mock creation. Then CaDA took the design and decided to build a set. But some parts are different. Some things go different ways. So I don't think the transition was 100% the best. But you cannot deny the car looks gorgeous. It's an amazing display piece. All the functions work. My favorite function is that the rear has leaning steering as well. I'm sorry. So the front and the rear have a lean steer suspension. Not only the front, but also the rear. So you can see the whole car moving up and down as you steer it. Each side goes one way to another way. It does work great. It also has lifting axle suspension for the front. It also has the gearbox transmission. Cannot even see the piston spinning, so I'm gonna just assume it works because I see it, I click it, and I see it working. The interior, you have to understand that it is one of the best looking interiors because there's no pins, different colors, everything matches, and even the air conditioning ducts are there. It's very, very Ferrari. Beautiful. This car is my best display piece that I have, but you cannot play with it. The rear, it's not really held together correctly because it's held by bolt ends in the bottom that actually, they connect. But the top is just connected with those pins that go inside the other pins. So they just go right there, but there's no real friction. So you can move the back. It can be pushed back and front like this because there's nothing holding the top here together. Also, the rear hold area is very clumsy, and a lot of parts just fall off just by touching on them. But you can see that everything does work. Everything is there, and you can also see the functions of this working. But let me show you what I mean by this. This, you can move the whole thing. You see, it's completely flimsy. See, now a piece just, already fell from it. And a lot of pieces just hold together by one stud. I know a lot of people resort to using glue. I didn't, and I'm not going to, because that'll be sacrilege. But I can understand how some people will do that and will resort to that. So that completes my review. I hope that you liked it. Please follow me on all my other social media. I'll be displaying more pictures and more angles from this car, especially with the custom wheels I ordered for this set that I think completely changes the look of the set. If I were to give this set a rating, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I don't believe this car deserves a 7, but look-wise, if we were just categorizing it look-wise, I'll consider this car a 9. But building experience, the way it's held together and everything, it is sadly about a 3. So altogether, it's around a 6.5. I'm not going to say it's a 6, but not a 7 at the same time. If it were a 5-star review system, I'll click 3 stars out of 5, not 4 stars out of 5. But if you want a car, you're a Ferrari fan, and you love this car, the Ferrari La Ferrari, then definitely go for it. Just understand what I'm telling you. When building this car, it's not going to be a joyful experience when you're putting everything together at the end. But once you finish everything, it will give you higher satisfaction than all my other builds. So there is that. And you cannot even complain because ultimately these cars are display only. So do I recommend it? To some very professional builders and people that will have the patience to understand this is not a set, but a custom creation and treat it as such. You give this set to somebody that doesn't know how to build a Technic set, are they gonna like it? No, they're not, most likely. So make sure who this car is for. This car is for certain people, but it is a very beautiful set. And like I said, keep on building.